Hey, it's Tom here. Good news. We're opening up our one-to-one platinum mentoring program when we have 2 spots available right now. So if you're looking for a mentor to give you the guidance, support, accountability, and all of the systems to ensure you're going to make 6 figures in the next 12 months, even if you're a complete beginner, you have no prior experience and you don't have any good technical skills, you want to go to ltsmentor.com. That's ltsmentor.com. You're going to fill in a short application and you're going to book a call so you can speak to myself and the team. So go to ltsmentor.com to apply now. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Launch to Six podcast. I've got myself today and Kasper. What's up, buddy?
Hey guys, welcome.
Good stuff. So what we're going to be talking about today, everyone, is how to overcome adversity. And I think everyone in their life, no matter who they are, where they're from, they have hit a stumbling block, a challenge, and they weren't born with, the perfect circumstances. Or maybe you had a great career and you lost it. And I think a lot of people are going through that right now. Kasper, right, with the pandemic, a lot of people,
that's right.
There's loads of people that are unemployed. And I think a lot of, even if people are doing well, they're hitting some adversity. So maybe share your story, Kasper, is really inspiring about, when you went to Sweden and you at one point you were homeless, weren't you? So
yeah,
maybe
that's
share
right.
a little bit about that, man.
I was actually homeless twice. But yeah, the first time I was homeless was when I went to Sweden. I went there as a student. I went to go study computer science and programming, and accommodation is really difficult to come by, especially student accommodation, because there's so few properties to rent. I just had a real trouble finding a place, at least immediately. There was a few things available, but it was like a few months down the line, so I couldn't really wait. But my mum was quite concerned, so she actually went out and looked for some accommodation through an acquaintance of hers. So she kind of did this all off the books, kind of as a kind of favor, a deal. But that fell through. So eventually, essentially I got screwed over. The landlady kicked me out, threw all of my stuff out onto the street. And I was by myself in a foreign country. I didn't really have too much money. I had nowhere to go. I couldn't really afford a hotel. I didn't have any friends who I could go ask to sleep on their couch. So I just went to the train station with my computer. And I just pretended I was waiting for a train, and I just got searching for jobs, kind of quite desperately, because I just needed a stream of income. I needed to be able to support myself. So I did this for a few days. I was going to university. I was showering at the gym, the sports facilities. So I was presenting myself. I was getting by, but I was going to all of these parties because I literally had nowhere to be. I had nowhere to go back to. So I was living the student life. But yeah, eventually, I managed to land a job through a university friend. I also managed to find somebody else for an acquaintance that was renting out a room in their flat. It was a council flat, so they were subletting, so it was all illegal. So it was it was an agreement, but I kind of found myself in that arrangement for a while before I actually managed to get myself a legitimate accommodation. So yeah, that's my story of homelessness. That was my first story of homelessness. The second one was when the owner of that flat decided to rent the entire flat out to a family and make more money than he could renting out a single room to me. So he did give me a bit of heads up. So I did get a month to go find a new place, which I wasn't.
Here's the great thing, I guess, Kasper, with your personality, right, and the sort of success trait is you're still move forward, right? So It's not like you just stop and go, oh, I'm in a challenging situation. Of course, I'm going to be homeless forever.
Yeah, I didn't really dwell on my situation, but I did. It did motivate me to kind of improve my situation. I was kind of forced to improve my situation. But yeah, I didn't really dwell on it too much. I kind of didn't let it stop me. mentally. I was thinking ahead. I was thinking positively. I was thinking kind of how I could get myself out of this situation, what I can do, what are the steps that I need to take to literally get out of this situation.
Well, I think that's the great thing about it. I think sometimes people are too comfortable and they never actually get out of their comfort zone. I think the most important thing is for everyone that's going through adversity, people don't like it because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't like this. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be on a train station. I need certainty. Of course, everyone needs certainty. But I think the comfort zone is the danger zone.
Yeah,
I think it's dangerous because you know what you're going to get, right? And I think a lot of people that have just worked a job, or maybe they want to do a business, or they've got a business offline or a restaurant or traditional business, and they want to get online, but they're like, it's unknown and they're uncomfortable. I mean, what would you say to that in terms of, because obviously, you went, your story is you were working, obviously you worked your way up the ranks, didn't you? You started off as a developer and a coder, and you worked up, and then you worked for a big, as like a stockbroker.
Yeah, that's right. I essentially started out as
job, right? To start
I eventually quit that job, but yeah, I did climb my way through the ranks. I started off as a junior developer. I kind of I was mentored by other programmers. I eventually got to work on my own projects, and then eventually kind of got to manage small teams and other people. And eventually I quit that job to start working for myself. But yeah, there's everyone was really surprised by my choice. They were like, why would you do that? You've got so much stability now. You've got such a great income. You've got so much status as an engineer. Why would you leave that to essentially work more hours, have more uncertainty, basically give up the comfortable salary? And yeah, they just couldn't see the benefit. They couldn't see the opportunity that I could see. That yeah, of course, what they saw was the hard work and the long hours and the frustration and the kind of all of the clients that fell through. But what eventually manifested was like the hard work, the fruits of my labor. It could it didn't take me long to surpass my salary that I was getting at my previous job, just a few months.
Wow. So, yeah, that's the powerful thing. I think you said something important. I think when people are facing challenges, they start doubting themselves and they're looking for other people's validation. And most people they don't want to do what you want to do most of the time. I mean, I didn't have it with people around me, and that's kind of normal. And I think people that are just starting they think they're the only one, right, Kasper? They think I'm the only one that's facing a challenge, but everyone's got different challenges. Even people that are multimillionaires, they might have marriage challenges, or they might have like a death in the family or something like this, or a big tax bill or something. Challenging.
Absolutely.
But there's always different paths. It's never just a straight line, right? It's up and down.
Yeah, that's it. But that's one thing that I noticed. The problems that you have if you have money, or the problems that you have if you don't have money, they're essentially similar problems. I mean, apart from being able to feed yourself, clothe yourself, kind of have a house of your, as soon as your basic necessities are met, well, then you're still going to encounter the same problems. It's part of the process that every business owner goes through. I remember how frustrating it was at the beginning, because I was a coder. I very much was kind of pigeonholed into my job description. So I would just do the coding, I'd do all of the IT, and that would be my job done. But starting my own business, all of a sudden I had to find myself kind of dealing with client relations, doing like tax, all of this compliance stuff, all of this marketing, sales. There's all of a sudden there was just like a whole massive scope of things, and yeah, I was overwhelmed. But yeah, no, my mentors helped me with that. I hired the right people. I outsourced all of the work that I didn't really feel competent doing, or I knew somebody else would do a better job than I could. But yeah, I figured some of it out myself. My mentor helped me a lot. I've come a long way.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And I think 100%, guys, if it shouldn't always be easy. I think there was a quote, if you want it easy, no, if you want the easy life or something, wish it was
Oh, so,
hard. I
yeah,
can't remember the exact quote.
don't wish for
Wish
an
it was
easy
easy.
life.
Wish you were better.
Wish for the toughness to endure a difficult one. Something along those
Yeah,
lines.
I think it's don't wish it was easy, wish you were better.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
it's a great quote because it's when you get uncomfortable, you have to get your bearings. So you're only going to improve your skills. And when you improve your skills, you become more competent. Then you start believing in yourself more, and you can add more value. So with an online business world, when I started, and we'll talk about this in the next episode, but when I started, I didn't have any previous business experience or anyone to look at. So what I started doing is I started using online to find mentors. And really, they didn't coach me directly, but I would sort of soak up all the information and all the videos. And then I noticed a common trait. They were comfortable with being in discomfort.
Yes.
Doesn't mean they didn't have bad days. That's the thing. A lot of people think,
they're always pushing themselves.
Yeah, they always push themselves, and they're human. They get angry, they get upset, but they keep moving forward and they learn. And that's the difference. I really think that's the difference of overcoming.
It's the perseverance and the resilience. They'll just keep going. I mean, despite the adversity, they just won't give up. It's like get knocked down 9 times, get up 10.
100%, Kasper. I believe at the end of the day, a successful person, they don't have more tools or more education. They just have the willingness to never quit, be resilient, and learn skills along the way. Because the mindset is, I don't want to learn this, is lazy. It's a mindset problem, not a skill problem. Skills are required by mindset. The willingness. I think that's the difference. So when you're homeless and you're like, oh, Sweden's not the right place, it's challenging, why don't I have money? It's, whatever it is, or whatever the situation is. And there might be people that have been homeless for, several months or whatever. Then at the end of the day, that is actually an advantage for you, because that actually means that you're in a position of adversity and you're going to develop grit. Most people don't have any grit. They just give up as soon as there's a little bit of pain. It's like, oh no, I can't do it. And they believe, I'm not an entrepreneur. No, you just haven't developed the entrepreneurship muscle. It's a muscle, like working out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Any last thoughts on overcoming adversity? But let's just say someone, Kasper, they've got, everyone around them doesn't believe in them. They've never made money online. They're listening to different podcasts and, they're looking at YouTube videos and so forth, and they're just about to quit. What would you tell that person? There's a 21-year-old, they're just about to quit and go, work at McDonald's instead of doing a business because everyone said it's get rich quick and it's a scam. What would you say to them people?
Just don't, don't quit. Keep going. I mean, everyone fails, but it's a mindset thing. You can't frame failure as being a failure. You have to frame it as a learning experience. So you tried something that didn't work. What do you have to change to make it work? So it's part of the process. I mean, nobody gets it right first time. It's you need to try a few different things, see what works. You're definitely going to fail along the way. I mean, there's no getting around that. There's going to be failures, but you've just got to overcome them. You've got to persevere. You've just got to keep going. You just cannot give up.
100%. That's the key that every successful person does, is they just don't give up and they keep learning. And it doesn't mean they don't get better. They always get better and go, how can I improve? But they don't quit, because if you quit, people go, give me a guarantee. I always say, well, I can give you a guarantee. If you quit, you won't succeed. That is the guarantee. And that's fine. If you want to do that, that's great. You can do that. So with that said, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. In the next episode, Kasper will be asking me some questions about some adversity I've gone through. Then we're going to be talking with Thomas in the next episode after that. We just want to share some personal stories of you and relate to you on that level. I appreciate it. See you in the next episode.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. See you later.
Hey guys, it's Tomasz. We hope you guys have enjoyed the episode as much as we've loved putting it together for you. Please guys, do us a huge favour. Hit that love button, hit that subscribe button and review us on Apple iTunes. We do read the comments. We want to improve our content and give you guys the best that we've got. Equally, the best comment, guys, we will shout you guys out, and we are giving out free courses. So guys, please come in, come hit that love button, leave us a review, and we'll catch you on the next podcast, guys. All the best. Take care.